I would like to end this presentation with the master that I lead, the Master in Urban and Architectural Design. This master, of course, has to do a lot with the study of the city, the different scale of the city, the landscape, the urban scale, and the architectural scale. The capability to read it, to translate in specific languages the architectural language, and to be able to catch the most relevant new issues for our society. The structure is a little bit like the previous one I presented you. So we have a core workshop in urban or landscape design and another one in architectural design. This master is a lot about the capability to combine scale of design in very complex urban, but also extra-urban rural situation. Let me get inside to explain a little bit. We work a lot with public administration because we think that our best result is helping community to get the best from the expertise of architects. But we work a lot with companies. I will show you now one great experience we had with a company that I'm sure you know very well. I will start now saying something about our alumni, Felix Conrad. He graduated in 2004 and now is a manager, senior manager at BMW in Germany, in Munich. Ksenia Novolinova is now working in a very interesting firm here in Milano called Chama and Taylor. I know for the architect who are following this presentation, who know this company. So let me start talking about the workshop in urban and landscape design with another example from Venice. Because as I told you, for us now, it's very important thinking about the issues that the climate change are creating in our precious historical cities. So the students, we were asked by a municipality close to the city of Venice, in the Lagoon of Venice, one of the most incredible and most interesting place and unique place in the world, to go there and to regenerate an abandoned village. So we spent an entire week in the incredible place, and the students start analyzing the map, analyzing the place, and they ended up with a project that embedded the whole area, and not only the abandoned village, giving the opportunity to extend this project, not only for the inhabitant, but for the many million tourists that go to Venice every year, and they don't go frequently in this incredible part of the lagoon. So the students started finding 6 main points that have been abandoned in the area and try to see how they could have renew and make them more interesting for the population. A very important part of each workshop is about the research. Here they had to study many books, read books, and we do important moments. We have a very interesting moment to get together when we talk about the book together, when we analyze and research from previous example together. The student have to find a very interesting strategy for each project we do, and we spend time on that. In that case we start with the abandoned, and we bring people understanding the value of the ruin in a new context. They had studied previous example. As you see here, it's very important the language the student use. We devote a lot of time to the sophistication and the elegancy of each single project we do. At the end, the student ended up with a good idea, which was using the existing elements in this area, the light pillars, and to color them to allow the tourists to follow the path and going on the 6th spot, incredible spot they have created. Here you see those colored lights point, and here you can see the final elements they have created. So for each part they have chosen the ruined part, and they have extended the abandoned village. A village has been completely recreated thanks to a new piazza in which the water can float, combined to the different moment of the year. So here we have to call for a specific expert in the water of Venice, and also a botanist that help us in feeling the right elements of green design inside the project. In the same way, they have developed other elements like a small pier, not only for inhabitants, but also for the one who want to go there and have a view, an incredible view on the area, or like a lighthouse. This lighthouse allowed everybody to go and to have an upper view on the area. And they have studied all the materials to bring people there, all the day and night lighting, and also they had to understand how to make this area working in the different season of the year, because when it's raining or when it's snowing or when there is a lot of sun and warm is very different. So a lot of technical elements have been combined here. And all these parts have been put together. This project pleased a lot to the public administration, and they really wanted to show this to the community to see how their place can be transformed. So at the end of this workshop, I think I have to give you another example with a company, and we work with Ferrari. Everybody knows about Ferrari, being probably the most well-known car design company, not only in Italy, but all over the world. We have to face with a complex question. They want to make a new amusement park. They already have in Abu Dhabi an amusement park, but they want a new amusement park in China. So we spent 6 months to create a unique project, research, which was the best way to explore the experience of Ferrari. We went to Maranello together, we talked with the best designers of Ferrari, and we understood how combine the presence of the car inside a unique urban but architectural experience, the amusement park. So we took, of course, the car, we understood which was the best place in China and the best area of the city we have selected, of course, Shanghai, Pudong area, and combining the beautiness of the design of Ferrari, we ended up with a solution. We have really to study a lot also the leisure field to understand what was better to do and how to combine the different three main experience, which is the heritage of Ferrari, which is also the race and the aspect related with the colors, the red, the gold, and to make a unique symbolic place for the city. In a city where you have already a lot of landmarks, we wanted to make a unique landmark for the city. We have designed each part of this incredible amusement park, analyzing each single attraction for kids, for family, for elderly people, understanding how each of them could get inside not only attraction, but also, for example, restaurants, technologies experience like 3D experience inside each area. And the student have to finally propose something with plan, section, elevation, and 3D elements to see how each attraction work in details. At the end, the 3 projects that have been selected by the company went back to Maranello with an incredible final model. The model part is very important for each of our masters, and we have presented in front of the senior manager of Ferrari our final projects. Thank you very much.
Thank you indeed, Elisa, for this marvelous presentation. Although yours and Davide's participation has not quite ended, we have now reached the questions and answers, the Q&A section of today's webinar, where our audience members can submit as many questions as they would like. And now we will be helping them with a few topics that haven't been discussed in the presentation itself. Let's see, with the first question being, to kick things off into this Q&A, what kind of education or educational background is required to be admitted to the master's programs?
Well, of course, each being master, so postgraduate school, is always better to have a background related to the field you want to get inside. So product design for the product design, architecture or interior design for interior and living design, and architecture, engineer or urban and landscape design for the other master. But I want to say that the specificity of Domus Academy is also the fact that we are more interested in the vision of the students and the capability they have to recreate themselves. So we're very open for students that have different background, but are aim and keen and passionate about design. We had great experience with students coming from completely different background, like economics, like literature, but they were really keen on design, and because their background, they were many times more open to explore things that other students coming from the normal field of design never experienced before. So I can tell you what would be better, but at the end I say that Domus Academy like also to have a very challenging experience with the students. So everybody is welcome, but they must be extremely curious and passionate. Curiosity and generosity are the two main aspects to be graduated in, to be in Domus Academy.